It was gas mark 4 as Scotland collapsed in the Dutch oven. Welcome back, guys, to the channel, and it's the first match review in, 8 days, and I think there's similarities between this game tonight and the Rangers game against Benfica, where I thought Rangers and Scotland played well for a decent period of time, and then the arse kind of went for the final third of the game. But the only difference is in this one, we could have scored about 4 or 5, so we may as well go to the start of this game and talk it through, where there was a few yellow cards dished out. Scott McTominay, never a yellow. Michael Stewart, I'm actually sick of hearing this guy. You actually hear this guy more often than people in your own family. This guy's on every night, and I'm sick of it, but at least tonight, he's not really. He's got a common enemy, and that's the Dutch. And he called them out here. The referee I thought was pretty poor, but McTominay picks up a cheap booking. So does McGinn. There's an awful dive for Cody Gakpo, and I think to cut this out of football, this should be a straight red. Scrap yellows, because it's not even one of those ones where there's contact, but he's went down and it's soft, and it's like, well, you've just dove. At least if people feel contact and go down, you can half accept that. This guy has just completely flung himself to the ground in a friendly. That, albeit, yes, we're getting a bit passionate, we're ranting about it, yeah, but it's a friendly. But I mean, it's disgraceful for Gakpo. He's probably just raging that he got scudded at Old Trafford there at the weekend. But we get scudded tonight as the first goal came from the big man, Rinders. Cody Gakpo with the assist. Tell you what, he got 2 assists for the first 2 goals. Maybe I'm the one that needs shut up here. But, it's a great goal. Angus Gunn can't get across to it. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but here it was still a well-placed finished into there. But we didn't really create too much in the first half. It was more the start of the second half where we came out. But Shankland, I thought, was pretty good at holding the ball up. What could he have done for Rangers? We'll never know unless we sign him this summer. But he had a header in the first half that went over. Apart from that, though, I mean, what did we really create in the first half? There was nothing. But I mean, the Dutch only had 1 shot as well in the first half. But as the start of the second half, where the chances come, you've got the chance for Christie that he heads it wide. You've got McTominay around on the left-hand side, cuts in. He could have played it across to, I believe it was McGinn. He didn't. He then half turns. He gets half a yard, shoots, deflects. Goalkeeper manages to collect it. McGinn has a shot that then falls across to Ryan Christie again. He puts it wide. But then we get the chance that we waited for. Even though Shankland's probably had the best attempt here, because every other attempt that was, within a good range, one of McTominay's headers was 4 yards out and he's put it wide. Same with Christie. Shankland's did the hard bit. He's beat the goalie with velocity with the strike. He's tried to put it top bins. It hits the bar. It flicks over instead of flicking in. And that's pretty much where the game collapsed there from a Scotland point of view, because we then saw a triple substitution. Shea Adams come on, John Souttar come on, Lewis Ferguson come on. And if you're clicking into this review to see how the Rangers players got on, well, I'll tell you how John Souttar got on tonight. Absolute shite. The guy, I mean, I don't want to say single-handedly cost us 3 goals, but he definitely had a part in it. And we've seen it in recent weeks. How much does this guy like to step up to try and play players offside? We've seen it against Kyogo earlier on this season when Celtic won 1-0 at Ibrox. The guy, it's almost like he's got a fetish. It's almost like him and Goldson do have a fetish with this. I just don't understand it. See, if you can't do it to perfection, never do it. Because again, he's cost us. The second goal's actually shite for Porteous, but then Ralston and Armstrong come on, and I think in 2024, I think the days for Stuart Armstrong coming on are probably gone. But again, Ryan Christie, did he necessarily need to start this game? And I think that's the problem with the subs, though, because he's bringing on Lewis Ferguson, right, for Gilmore. Gilmore's definitely more of a sitting midfielder. Ferguson, McGinn, McTominay, all similar. I think those 3 being on the pitch at the same time, when you don't have one of those midfielders that does a sitting job, it's not a recipe for disaster. Hell, you could say it's attacking from him, right? Because we needed a goal. It was 1-0 at this stage. But then you look what he's doing at the back. It counteracts us because he's taking off Tierney and he's bringing on Souttar. But then you've got Hendry and what's the other guy at centre-back? Porteous. They are much more alike for like substitution than Tierney for Souttar. But anyway, he does that. Ralston comes on. I thought Patterson actually had a good game. Anthony Ralston. It's a shame Aaron Hickey's injured, isn't it? Or else he would be. I mean, he'd probably been starting over Patterson. Ralston's just not good. I mean, he's nowhere near good enough for Celtic, right? Against pish teams. Take it. I mean, this guy is coming on having to defend against Malin, Gakpo, Jeremy Frimpong, those sort of players, man. The guy, he's no cutting the mustard. Weghorst come on, and then he even gets a goal. Shitey arse Weghorst, the guy that did nothing for Manchester United, man. They were like pretty much trying their hardest to get him a goal last season. It was pathetic. Malin, though, he's a good player. Xavi Simons, he had a good game. Wijnaldum, he's a good game. Gakpo, diving bastard, but here, good game for him. And Malin could have had a few at the end, but he did make it 4-0. John Souttar, he's done this all season for Rangers, so let's make no mistake, why would he do it? Not do it for Scotland. And then Kenny McLean comes on with 5 minutes to go. But again, you've got to look at Steve Clarke and be like, right, 2 players dropped out first team. Is it not time you called up 2 more players? Because you're looking at the bench, and what you're left with is 3 goalkeepers, Liam Cooper, Greg Taylor, which ain't the worst option, but you've already took off Tierney, so you're not going to take off Andy Robertson, the captain, for Greg Taylor. It's almost like, why would you even pick another left back if you're going to not do that? But yeah, we lost 4-0. There's positives to take, absolutely. We could have lost this game 2-0, right? Playing a park the bus job and playing shite and creating nothing. Different day. We could have scored 4, but the reality is we didn't, and football is on results, not if, buts, maybes. But hopefully this builds the team towards the Euros, and hopefully it doesn't happen in the Euros, because that's a lot of L's now in a row. 6 games without a win. It's good that happens now. Obviously on Tuesday we've got a pretty shite opponent at home, so we should get the job done there. But what will he do on Tuesday? I mean, with 4 goalkeepers in the squad, if he actually picks Angus Gunn and starts him for the full game, I think you've got to question Steve Clarke. What is that? Because not only is it ludicrous, it gets Craig Gordon's hopes up. Hell, it gets the other 2's hopes up. But then it's like you're just taking a spot away from someone who could actually do some outfield. Because realistically, friendlies are the time to bring in a goalkeeper if you're going to sub them. But realistically, you're not going to sub your goalies. I don't get it, but we'll have to wait for Tuesday. Could have been so much better tonight, but here, some players didn't take their chances, and just because players didn't take their chances doesn't mean you give Netherlands a host of chances at the same time. But anyway, guys, that's it. 4-0, utter pish, Dutch oven, smells like shite. Till next time, good night.